more than necessary. Me who an apart idea share. Ugo can they will soon the osher and you may soon the osher. Now the home to me, Miss Rewo. Yes. Pocket square. Yeah. Yeah. Important and that was my body being community for them the anytime you see me wearing 2 wristwatches, then I came to teach something about life. But if not, my watch is always on my right hand side. And I will explain it 2 days when I'm about to go to my grave. I'll tell you why my watch is on the right hand side and not on the left. Well, everybody believes where the arteries is on the left, but my watch is on my right, and for a reason. Yes. When I'm about to die, I'll tell you. I know when I'm going. Yes. Obia, do you know when you're dying? Do you want to know? Thank you. I know, and I have known. So I am careful not to do what is about to kill me. Why are there sexually? We will accept what you just said. Casting by sexual preference. What would it be in sexual contest? Obia, there more kind of one. It is possible. Obia, it is very, very possible to do what they are requesting. One of the things that is happening to us, and they said, program we are made by we say when Debbie Nyamiadom say me call December no abasebodie kese bi am de by lifetime achievement for my foundation in the area. And based on that, the President of America, President Joe Biden, gave me an award. Yes, lifetime achievement award. It's a big award. And in passing of the award, or part of the award, I had scholarship, people to study masters. It's like when you say that I've been awarded by the President of the Republic of Ghana. The president is that big that he will be UGI and the people are there to organize the thing. But when you have the signature and a letter from the president, when you have a letter and the signature from the president, my sister, it is not easy for you to be recognized by him. So that particular award was given to me. And as I speak to you on the 9th of March, out of that, I'm being honored with a doctorate degree in Takrady from Atlanta, Georgia as well. So, but the biggest part I can say what I'm telling you is possible. They say, the fact that Nidin the same AI, artificial intelligence, can do this magic quicker. That's all. Yeah, man, homework. That's all. That's it. Intelligence. The world we are in now, you can be absent at the studio, but we can have you sit there and do other things. It will be your voice, it will be your picture, it will be your movement, everything. BBR will replace you. And your robot AI on electronic media. Meeting the year, mami $100 million collateral free. $100 million collateral free loan to come and recruit 100 people for free in Ghana to come and study artificial intelligence and cyber security. Oh, okay. So whatever you are discussing, that whether it will be possible or it will not be possible, I'm telling you that with AI, translation of languages is not difficult again, like, and it's a moment for employment. 100 people every figure and study for free. for free. Mimi dem more link ni keke no apie akọ. Me were 13 universities in Canada and in America. Me see for train you for free after the award, and I have $100 billion to train more people. I'll tell you another side of it behind the scene. So AI na ye ka ho komo no. So very soon these things will be possible. Some the aba. It's a master's program. My sister, too possible. Meaning say me find the currency apostle into me. Or can't you go here? Who got TikTok? So somebody use an AI to narrate the story of the man with his voice. I don't go from here. Who did my person to me? Exact way he speaks. Solid. So me mawati as say, baby I hear prayer come. And yet true. But yet everything is possible. It is for master's program people. We are all first degree, our 3.0 and above. It is me when him say in the next 2 years, Ghana training for 400 in AI and cyber security. 100 po. Then me 100 now. My award gives me another 100,000. My case is to say we are building capacity. Capacity building is the biggest thing. It's just unfortunate and Crawford into me and signing on. I'm on tears here. But sorry, the parliament. I have such a request. It is possible.
Then official language. Yeah, especially one I said politicians
and I make us say, well, you get to know the languages you are having by the assistance of AI. All you need to do is to plug your earpiece, click on it when it starts speaking. Every language can be translated. Look, I know Hakasano, or the number of languages in Ghana. Ghana Dangwin Kwan. She tree no kasi. Or chira tree ni kasi. The ambassador Tiasi and say everything in this world is possible. There's nothing called me time. Everything must be started. We can decide to start a pilot with 4 languages. It will work. My sister, what the footballers? When a player wins and they are interviewing the player, the dialect he speaks is what they use to interview the player. Ghana, have we not placed host to a coach? On Tibrofo. Any translator, is it not business? No, but at the end of the day, was it wrong? It was business. So why are we trying to reduce employment when we can create employment? There is a whole back office a whole back office where young people who have just graduated and studied artificial intelligence are aware that you call this less important when you are communicating to us to understand? You call it less important? Life is about communication. God started the world with communication. Creation can be sustained by communication. So if you invest money into communication, it is not a little thing. We have not invested. No, we have not invested. We have imposed it. We've not invested. It's a position. By governance, no, we have imposed it. But we are coming to a position where people will enjoy what they do. I have to learn the Twi language. I say I have to learn the Twi language. My children's school are paying high school fees. They are forcing them to learn Twi. I was against it. Yes, I was against it. No, one of the cheapest language you can learn fast is Twi. Obia, the most difficult language by research is Ga. Go and read. Then I see if I'm lying, you tell you. It's the most difficult tongue to learn. Is there the research is there? You can go and check. Oh no. Sisala Dagbani, those languages are very simple. Wasunya hana winya dia so wa dia so edare ha tie me. Obia. Me baba be go Cuba. Onya scholarship go Cuba go study medicine. She needed to pass her Spanish language. Oniwe. Because school na wie ni SS no. 1 year me ni tenafi, 1 year. E ma yesua Spanish ni together. When Osu te say akwala. Me ni tena machine nche no osu. Bia we school. And now me no ka say. Me kan dey share Yankopon nyunya. She's the best student in Spanish studying medicine in Cuba. I speak to you now. Of my life, I need it. It's not a want. It's needed to survive. Now, local dialect now. Oh yes. Oh yes. Can you see the last statistic that I read by radio listenership and television viewership? It is said that we have close to 90% of people that watch listening to our local station. The 10% are your mama English speaking station. They go and come back to listen to the Twi stations. Ask yourself, this is a Ghana-oriented place. Why will Dr. Despite establish a Twi station that is thriving stronger than in Accra, than Ubonu FM, than Latin? It was a conscious effort that if you want to sit here as Nene, a Ga Dangbe chief, you want to sit on this station and give us what you want to tell us, which we need. Try and mix your English with your Twi. And constantly Akayo, oh, I can Twi. She Alifas. This is your Chelsea Twi girls. So I'm saying that it's not because Twi is more special than any other language, but it has become a particular medium by me expressing because it's the easiest language. And Krafo will baby or mubu. If you are never much, I say, Adumo to kondo no ke for Tunija.
Branch I crooked, crooked branch, no. Yejina and no so Eddie Achua, Bia, a street.
Yejina, Bia, Aqua Sudi, Bia, Ayatene. enti enkrani ba aigbeni ba ya woman amen ketwi wo fie me ka igbe na maka enkran ne brofo but me pese me ka betena OKFM Peace FM Neat FM edi mi nkomo any Adom FM ni other local tree stations ni di nkomo emo bia ahia de fi mi honti me hia twi kasa ahia twi amamre eke twi te say. So if you have a sister person who wants to serve his country and you tell me say because he can't speak English we shouldn't allow him to go to parliament. What are you talking about? Make the facilities available for them so that when they win and they can't speak English, they should go. When you are speaking English, they too they will put on their earpiece and your English will be translated by AI into their ears. Because it's just a bottom. There is a back office that has done a translation. And unfortunately for the hazard in parliament, there's a way that is prepared. Parliament the account of parliament be an so it will not be difficult. What was it? Because if you are now your man penny it's essentially Nana Danko Akufo-Addo or can't fret to so be your rapid girl. So Tikasanasi. That is all them or can't fluently. But there have been times where we had president and member of parliament and states are encore countries via a francophone countries they can French. They gave them earpiece to translate into their ears, but they still made hello. They whatever language you are speaking, they translated for them to be able to contribute to the show. And I'm saying that because it's a simple software. No. I'm saying that there's a simple. Have you gone to Google to go and do translating with Chi to English before? It's there. Right now, Kochi. What is prekese in Chi? English in the How did they get it to Google? Google again for there. There's a Google page in Chi. I can't. So I'm saying that it is possible to create jobs through AI with a translator. So when Nene, who cannot speak English, is supposed to represent us in a particular place, because presidency need the own. So couple in among Jabro Funa Moka Munki Betia, one shared as a member by a one said translator. And I see a yen, but the president said it is possible and it is a whole employment. We can start a pilot project. It depends on whoever thinks. The common one will always be the Ewe, it will be the Ga, it will be the Chi, and it might go and be Hausa is not spoken that much, but we can pick up the Hausa and add maybe Dagbani to it. 5, and let's start a pilot with 5. And it's a simple software that can come out like a pen drive. That when you pick it up and you come to OKFM and they have it's on the console they are manufacturing. Just slot it on the console. Anything be says it can't say. You see, we those with technological mind, we know what is possible. And those with logical thinking mind also know what is. So we combine the logical thinkers with the technical people and we can create it. We should not scrutinize the thing and say, won't go school that yeah. What do you mean friend MP? What do you mean anyway? No. Education is good. But nobody has made it with education. Anybody that follows education is poor. It's because who travel out of the country. Unko who signboard a yatro chop abeku. A chop beer. But only the draw.
Or can it or simplify the beer as if say it's a matter of just pressing the button?
Yes.
And then you are good to go.
Yes.
But they say a guy who says, "Udi wanu edora," and wow,
a bit me wall. That's what I want.
Oh, say a proverb.
The proverb.
Udi wanu.
That won't the proverb. Nothing.
Udi mami come after. Yeah, what I mean say, if it is that simple,
it is simple.
Anka one more amudi AI no buy. Anka wamu parliament, you know, anka wamu decide at the end. I should say, how no more and son of one introduce.
Oh, is there? They are using it. No, they are using it.
Let us understand, say, there is nothing more natural than nature. There is nothing that is more natural than nature. Some time ago, I did by say cloning. So what is our word? Clone. Who will be they can put 2 and 2 together and clone you exactly. We can get 10 Obias in Ghana. And then if we get a good footballer, we can clone another Samwajian. But there is nothing bigger and better than the natural Asamwajian, for instance. Into we are cloning, we are not. Now, secondly, that is original. Secondly, no, it's okay. Say a day by a year, it will still depend on education. On the mean, now, what can I say without education? What can I say? AI, you need education to understand it, to know even how it works. So you can't throw education away and say nobody makes it with education. And I think that it's a bit too blanket. Into you call AI and say, you will come back to the local education that we need first and foremost, so that we use that as a platform for development on every area of human endeavor. But basic education, no dear. I'm not saying what he's saying is not doable, but per se, they can say education, depending upon how you define it anyway. But education, no dear, the basic one, no dear. When you go to the more complex society, more complex forums, and forum, over to me, and flow with everybody.
Media then can say yanka sema will be in school. But me say most people have employed us with our second degree, third degree, we are struggling to get more. And you've not been to school before, and it's not affecting them. Sorry. I'm not saying education is not needed. I'm saying that within the educational system, we can achieve what we are saying, and we also help those who have not been to school. And gradually, they will phase out, but they have something to offer. Maybe uncle school, and I'm concerned. So, like he's a prominent person. Or can send me children, I'm a school maintain. Or your product, the same ginger chips here. And I'm going to be and say, officer, product here, why ye? And I be seeing Neno, unfine share container. Kessie. Or see, what time there? Your market survey. I share your target group. Uncle school. And I'm saying, and on Sunday day. Or say, more tongue, a day my one. What is your conco? Almost any boy, the omonto. But of us such a back who say, 3 cities, no, wait to 10. I'm an in 10. Now 10 would go conco. Now see on 30 cities, on to me. The next thing I catch him say, so we had the man kwala, man penny phone can't share. Man kwala can't share, no more swoop, mamma, so no matter one. Now we had the man kwala, now the man penny for no more can't share. Oh my God, the secret this is a man whose adverts, anytime they play an advert on any TV station, no, you just say, why a man striptease? Yes, you pay in your mind. Ni advert biya or the buy ye bobia nutia. Nyanse woman. It is so heavy. That ya use school. Yeah, you see again. Now who go school said then? Go school near tia never trouble for mommy. Oh, that's what I say. Man go school. Me da of here. Who go school yet, mommy? So we're not saying education is not good. What we are saying is that it is possible to get people to go to parliament who are not educated. And we can translate their language through AI. Yen jai for boxing we na interview one. Yeah, for so come brofo. Can you footballers? Some okay what I'm doing.
I'm reading my money.
Now Adani slogan.
It's all kind of
What am I say? All kind of sika.
Hey, you see back.
Buko back on am as was a bank was a brofo, it was a grab and good drink a brofunti.
To watch my children.
On the shining. So I think we need to change. I feel very sad, say. Player be Spanish La Liga. Or we any edin koma. Ye bisa na sema. Ye bisa no can Spanish. Na yan crofo no kwa. Ye biso money country. Imagine that kudos no crofo now refuse to speak English. Now omo employ obidi na chiko as the translator out teaching. Sisi akwa American embassy. Won't take brofo. Ya employ obi a oba translate your language. It's money. Let's not downplay what we have. It is possible. It is possible. It is possible.
Hey, obedient.
What's it?
Hey, obedient.
I was na mobile. And then na sana mobile. I think I'm looking very handsome this morning. Obia.
Yes.
I think I'm looking very handsome this morning.
You?
Yes, my combination looks very solid. Thanks to Body Language. When he chose the things for me, I thought it was going to crash. Body Line, oh no, yes, selection.
Oh, okay.
And to mom's selection, they got to crash. But oh, Charlie, I look. Valentine, I'm here tomorrow. I was in the cemetery on Valentine. Nash and India, then help me. What does it mean to Nash? Uni Menash. What is Nash? No, but Valentine is not for gifting. So what is Nash about? No, but you ask if let's correct this myth. Because in Tokwasi Nkofofie, Valentine is meant for sexual explicit.
Hey!
The act that enacted Valentine is sexual intercourse. So it is the Eros love. So Obi Obega to be my Valentine or Valentine's Day. It's a request for intercourse. The what you say? It's many Obi Nkoko say Valentine's Day way. You never show me. No, it's not time for expressing love. It's not time. It means say Menashia now. What must say? Menashia didn't talk about me fear. Say me him say your name say na said yes so yeah na said yeah Valentine's Day. Now or the excuse about one year na said yeah. So dear.
Oh yeah.
Say oh share.
Okay.
Hwe asasima obisa me.
Me so you yeah na said yeah what my interpretation is here.
And me the original reason for Valentine is exchange of love through sexual intercourse. Not for the chocolate. We understand the chocolate day. We'll give you chocolate as friend. So be here in the red. Nobody gave me anything. And for the first time in the history of my Valentine's Day, chocolate day, nobody gave me chocolate. It has never happened before. Chocolate in national. Now, and you're afraid here.
Oh, okay, God see us watching live from USA. And then USA for no have a part.
So on say maba.
Now, young show with young for and your next topic. So, and saying the one and to be after you say, Leon and Net Mata.
But on the din nkruma na nkuma. Nkuma. Enye nkruma. Enye nkruma nso. Okay. Mata ankama.
Ankuma.
Enye ankama. Ankuma. Yes, Mata ankuma.
Okay.
Once a audio to move up by na. Every say send your kind already to a fast script. Script of 170, you can't go one extra because you need the back one. It's a so near script that the you come on and access script. Now I move a part of here. You got to be moving it back and I say, oh, yeah, after and act now a year script in the back. A bit extra, you all pass it. Yeah, baby, and then you back. And Mata and my echo cancer already all the script to Brennan. And yeah, or this all their back, can I know about no, or maybe you have to say whether the script makes sense. Or you have wins a winner. It doesn't make any moral education. Yeah, must be or no, yes, sir. Oh, friend, 4 million movie now. Oh, ain't you know, or Kayama, I'm suggesting you know. Now, I said, maybe a Kuma with Holland and some lady, man, Lowen, I reply or reply, maybe, you know. And said yeah, the scheme low. Now, if I see a bob voice now, Martha, a kind, and someone who walk kind. If I see a book, now if you are in general, we are strict in general. Say the script of man, I actor, not say actor. It's really necessary to say, Ubusha, Papu, and Sana. What I should be doesn't make sense because I know I alter the script. How do you determine whether it makes sense or not? Everything to get some amount of anything.
We are MTO.
And basically, I look at the storyline, scripting. Then we find scripting, and I said the same. Once the people are winning, the night winning, who are more air passion. Osha, who not if it's so dear, and yes, before Sha.
We have a Jimmy. Oh, Jimmy Key.
In Bedroom, in Bedroom, Bisha, and obey me in addition, be a few. It's a movie, there are any good moral lessons there. Maybe recently, this and this script in Nigeria. Make a script maybe. Peter will tell you. I was bold enough to tell the person, say the story doesn't make sense. They catch you in the street. Wow. They catch you. And the person is not the first person. Amaka actually produces the movie. It looks like I say people don't see me in a lot of movies because the movie doesn't make sense. I won't show up. But the movie makes sense. I will show up. No, be asking the actual you know, see it making sense again.
No, but madam,
yeah, that money making sense.
But you should know what are you preaching? What's in our radio? So
what person then mama they can say making sense. It is a make you out car. That's a mistake, Braham book okay, it's a prospect, you know. And I said, but I think we can make sure. I think we can make because of me here we can see. You see, find
Who did they make us say?
and I will bunch in short skip. And I know about the young will be getting a corner for function. But yeah, what I say make sense.
My car is high.
Dear son, I think I'm
Okay for my car.
but there's a big charger. I got me one say, only Obada, you are only Obada, you are okay.
Power bank at the back.
Obisha, Selena, they can't have a young.
So there's a charger head.
Then I will promote you.
The charger head is black. Big charger.
Ibrahim who born so when they say nature no. I said man I come and then I sleep you. What you say? I was saying semi I will be tell. And yet they say life soup is a damn fine. And all the ingredients you man. Sebi. Sure. Because they are. Because you are so seven. I say me that's a so bracket. And who to get penny and who way will want. I say we na unye football bia every. Na ensakra wa brabo ensakra wa dream. Never input to embra wa brabo ni or my dear. There's no point being part of it. That's my opinion.
Yo, and you're not as someone matter to them. But men pass ever call on your low and get movie green. Not some all kinds of see I say, because I was caught in Tino. You can say you better home, but I want to ask to look at your all kinds of submission. A bit near Bassay, you better script a week. Am I a papa or ye? Ed ya bas screen so abra a foot will be any. Na me free counselors.
Oh, no, I think sana or retirement number to us.
Okay, any.
Okay.
So me actor, me go kind. Look, I said they come.
When so, it is possible. So we better trust scripture at the end of the day. No, moral lesson, the end. What exactly the moral lesson is about.
Then how can you know? Anna and Nini, you are saying two things.
Tell say woman.
Una nim nyansa.
Hold on.
Ma wo hwe na
Say a woman. Nipa na all shen. So wo nyansa. Akobem. Say uye aduane. Na me and me din. It is for me to tell whether enchinu bom ana enchinu nim.
Not always.
Enye wo a wo aye no. Na obeka say enchinu bom.
Not always.
Nipa no wa hwe movie. At the end of the day, nobody said, then Nipa na ochro movie no nipa
and it doesn't make sense.
Now the person who wrote the script, and those who act, they have a motive. They are communicating. They are sending a message to the people out there. But if at the end of the day, message now person who sending nipa 100 now moko share about 90 near who person who send it across. Then what's the essence of it? Near me person mitra no matter sema okaye or see or you or see sebi nyanseni. Is it not possible? Say somebody will write a script at the end of the day, who share the messenger or person or put across. Sebia, uye papa, ewon faso ubenya at the end of the day. Uye wudinia at the end of the day, we call jail. And me that kind of a thing. At the end of the day, there must be a moral lesson to be learned. And I will not see. Say who draw scripts. Now, if I meet here, I don't see where it has anything to do with Kumawood. Unless I didn't listen to. I mean, there's more to it. But Nyaya Boya TV and Kumawood a general. A general. And I think she has the right to say, rule we mean pray. And I'm moving to cram share from beginning to end. Mihunia chiremkwala. Mihunia chirema.
But when you say, you make us say, any fact, you will be saying, times. Say, yeah, should be here. Yeah, TV, and I say, why people waiting to act. Near the way you be safe to me. I don't put the announcement. Now, what they also key any moral lesson here. Don't you think, say, they are not moving a man because they are no preconceived when things and yes, saying, I don't know. And I said, they are no character now. I said, they are only Ebia or at a point, your baby be say, intimacy now or barbarian. Ebia and many billions air contradict this here. And because of that, to her, it doesn't make sense. So what?
Only beliefs.
And so do what? Yeah, all do the to do or cry or acting or cry a moon or one room. And now say we are best crack. And now say we are beauty say no matter particular road here. or for her or for
Okay.
him, it doesn't make sense.
Okay, say for religious reasons, for instance, obi timi ya na ene wa be born again. Na officer say the movie a me me ho ana me part of me ye bi ma na ma worry. And we a different thing. What you say?
That reason that people will come out and I say an actor, now actors get back and say, okay, it really doesn't make sense to me.
Well, at the end of the day, it depends upon the true scripts be what it doesn't make sense.
That is where my challenge is because
the question now is
now eventually I not moral lesson
the other arm of the question is saying, must it make sense to you before you play a role? That's determined. On my example be say you movie be nipano or report bano no wakunu. Now also report be no wakunu. At the end of the day, no so a dear a bad nipano so. Into your see what are we teaching? No, at the end of who play, who said, yeah, quite bremono. You were blowman, you're going to blowman, main character, and you were killer. And we didn't be a wolfing, no, you're friend of killer. In the time, no, killer, no, dear, Obetini, I could nipa bebre, nipa, niama, and yeah, but at the end of it, no, as a baby, no. Yes. Yes. Because there is a price to pay for anything you do in life. That is the belief we have. But say obibe bonisa I will movie no more at the end of the day no what no no car na ya view movie no. Then ban was ukoko we for what reason? So I agree with Martha said. There must be a reason why you are putting out a movie. That's a moral lesson. Pierre Nimudia. Then I agree with what she said. Sebi. She used Sebi twice.
Watching us live from Southern Lebanon. Are more personal. Very mobile. She's right. So your contribution here, emphasize topic here you discuss here. Now on their Facebook, your brand best entertainment, you know, and now and then and part MBA 101.7. See, what can go social media and panel for the and the media to go. And call a year for intro. No, submission be all emphasizing now or their feet or their activity.
Matter what you're did. But not doing not chilling wrong. Yes. What she said is wrong.
What your power can say you're wrong.
You're wrong.
And
yes. Sure. You can't say be say and calling me drama. I will. Nene. May you win me now Facebook. Children, I say.
Now who can say my name is me my
Yes.
interpreter? You
are my AI. Go ahead.
Or see in Ukraine. A go of mine. AI yanka. A ball of mine. Yes. Yanka.
Say obi actual script amount. Now was see script no. Nyanse bia enim osabe ne hu ni faso. Nyanse bia enim. There are no morals for children. There are no morals for anybody. So you know actor. Then you are not an actor. Because look, every actor must be versatile. And when it comes to storytelling, it's fiction. What I say? Debbie, who is a very, very good question. You people rise to a certain stage of their life, and they want to use their sanctimonious religious new lifestyle to say adie ofori aponsasem me jai yase nyumbo me hu Kristo men kwanda nyina me som Jesus said luba the boy me boy say san me ofori aponsadia men kwanda nyina mesno obewu a obonyum eda nyame ase o eti people can change, and based on their change, they expect to say, this is what is right. I've been in the scene for 21 years. I've made statements that people has fought, insulted, some have cursed me, some have sued me. And I never spoke against them, but I spoke truth by virtue of research and what I hold. Now, whatever I said has come to pass in their life. And whatever I said, others have now come fresh in the scene who were not here when I was speaking. At the end of the day, no matter take a can. Oma Jatum. Eti, dear matter can I say, or not dear. Namka say, or not dear can. No via nyan sen yimuno. Obia or truly story biano has a reason. You see, until the lion comes to tell his side of the story, the hunter will always be right. And it is difficult for us to give clearance for the lion to tell his side of the story. So a writer of a story has a reason to write a story for us. The moral lesson might not be for children. The moral lesson might not be for men. The moral lesson might not be for women. Have you watched Coming to America before? What's the moral lesson in Coming to America? Thank you. Okay, I didn't answer you.
Well, I just enjoyed the Mr. of Day flying from America.
No moral lesson.
Give me one. I control my language.
The moral lesson, yes, moral lesson.
Just
the
one.
Moral lesson, the main one, let me say. And your beer, na otukwan ko America, and nam ohianti. Because the motive of American in say, will be of Africa urban or your hiani, na oba for greener pastures. But in the case of Akim, that is a dimorphin. Oh no, he only went there to look for his queen.
Thank you.
So
you see how you saw it. So one the moral lesson on ya. One moral lesson. Because so now some moral lesson where this. So 75. At the time when you moral lesson, when your system. Because now I took one cabrochire. It was said there are movies that you watch on the first day that you don't have any moral lesson. But as you grow, like you now get to a place to adapt. And you adapt to it because you have now become relevant to the song or to the movie. And you can say movies are nyansenim emawa. You are not the writer of the story. Does it mean you want to direct people what they should write before they invite you?
No.
That's why I'm coming. I'm also asking questions. Because maybe say, if you are an actor, every role they give you, you should be able to play. Me?
No.
Oh, no, you've not acted before. I was a dance drama artist. From performing art. That's what I studied. Now, in dance drama, give me a role. I can act as a mother with a baby on stage. I can act as a man going to the farm. I can act as a preacher at the same time. I can act as somebody at the law court immediately.
That's not what Mata is saying. And you know Mata.
Oh, you leave Mata. I'm telling you what is reality. Forget about Mata.
That's how I my accident.
What, how old were you?
Me. Oh yes, I'm saying it to you. I've said it somewhere. Not on here. No. And I'm kind.
Tell us.
TV theater.
You are part of
TV theater.
You are part of TV theater.
Oh yes.
Why you walk past or main cast?
Yeah. Narrow way theater. Only Mama Ye.
Yes.
Of GBC.
Yes.
You. I end my case. The last time I call a piece of entertainment show review, way by Dinah Hobson. I reminded her and she, oh yes, because she was my some of the movies, you know, now I was the husband, she was the wife, and the rest of them, you know. Yes, in the movie,
thank you. But now, you can act every role if you're an actor.
Yes, so it is not about acting there.
So I'm saying, say, Obi actually the script jaba. Now catch me say script now what wrong. Nya say ni mo ntimi me act in my first place. Obi I refused to join my act because when hu nyansa wo. But all of a sudden, me nya mata nkuruma a hu nyansa wo. Ena mata, me nya mata. And Obi acting the same movie, you know.
Yes.
And as I see a movie, you know, and making headways. To Basi.
Then move forward.
Oh, to Basi. Nyaseni. There's no moral lesson for children. Addition be a new woman, but Obi ya and Obi ya ati matter ebe ati because you know the writer of the story. At the end of the day, no, they one acting because there's no moral lesson. Obi ya acting matter acting it has become a talk in town across the borders. And Crawford are making their own judgment out of the story. The writer of the story cannot be insulted. But what he saw, you didn't see. You are an actor and not a writer. All those who now become like Yvonne Nelson and the rest. What's the name of the other girl? Miss Bada for president. Nada for Gigawi. Tracy Watching. O said one group. O Nguye. One forever nice, always nice. If you are sure that Paddy, the Baba Tracy Watching. She was acting. Now she's writing scripts. That's what I say. She's able to model people. What must I say? Enra, Obi percent me baby man, voice like me acting baby man. Or they come and never see me anymore. It was one attempt. As compared to Grofofo Floor, no, start. One, me call a guy. Me see now the man, you know. Me now 1. Because I have my would have said this one. Robbie a plane. It was not part of my reading script. But in the absence of the person, I was able to act because I am an actor. The script writer. No, the script writer cannot be insulted. You cannot, even if it's comedy, even if it's full of foolishness. Look, when we started telenovela, look at the storyline. All the telenovelas in the whole world, the storyline are the same. But the fiction, the suspense that we are waiting to, we assume.
You are now bringing in the
somebody who is sitting, who doesn't have common sense to look for the fiction. You are not thinking. Your mind is daft. And you are watching a movie. And you want a straight-jacketed lesson. Instead of you to think, you know, who want to say, hey, wait, child, telenovela. And you have the baby, I mean, Koshian Kwajishi, but you've not taken the trouble to see the lessons with it. So my question now may be say.
So you are using the word lesson now.
No. You've not taken the hold on. You have not taken the trouble as you as individual
to learn the what?
To learn the lessons in it. And you are telling us.
Where do we not get
Oh no, you are not getting me. No. I'm saying that you have not taken the trouble to learn your thinking lesson in the game. And you are rubbishing the content. Says who? The view. I am the writer of the story. I am telling you the side of the lion against the side of the hunter. They say play the role. Come and play your role. It is a privilege for somebody to look around 5 million people and identify Obiya to play a certain role. So don't rubbish the content writer.
Okay, so your problem is the fact that she's rubbishing content writers.
Why do you say that you can boldly tell us that they brought a script from Nigeria and I said there's no sense in it? You don't speak like that. Season your language with salt.
How do you speak?
No, you don't speak like that.
How?
So also she has an opinion about what she's.
It doesn't. You don't get where I'm coming from.
Okay, let me.
Somebody has written a script
And so on.
about why Nene has lost his hair.
And then
And you also believing that he has lost his hair. Is he the only person who is bald-headed?
you see, we shouldn't.
What is the lesson about Nene? We having no hair. There's no hair on the head, but there's hair in the pubic area. It's hair is hair. Anywhere you have hair is hair. Even Akubadu has no hair, but he has hair on the legs. So what are the moral lessons in bringing a movie about Nene with no hair?
Please.
But there is somebody else who will watch the movie Nene no hair movie and will learn that there is a small portion where they went to see a particular herbal doctor
So
who started beating the head of Nene.
is that person not entitled to what he has seen?
Nobody
Is
said
that
that.
person
Nobody.
not
You see,
entitled to?
you are not a person.
You see, we shouldn't talk.
No, you are not a person. Obia, if you, who is in the media space, come to speak something negative from the media space, it makes volume of nonsense than when somebody who is out of the media space come to speak something that even makes sense.
So does it make the media
Do you get what I say? If you
don't I have the right?
No, I have not. You have the right to say
No.
it. But the fact that
You are
doesn't mean what I'm saying doesn't make sense.
You are talking as if say writers of scripts cannot be fallible.
Fallible.
Hold on.
They have their story.
They are human. They can write a whole book. You can write a whole book of 900 pages. And at the end of the day, the message you want to send across doesn't get there to many people.
Says who?
Says
who?
Says the reader.
So you are reading. I am the writer.
When who said script be war. This is a person what plays several roles. Near what play no dear, you don't have a problem with it. Near or see wait there mean play because of this, you have a problem.
No, I don't have a problem.
When you use the word say as an actor, you must be versatile.
Yes.
Versatile to what extent?
To the extent that there's nothing to be acted.
The fact that you can be a mother at a time and be a policeman at another time and be a chief at another time is neither here nor there.
Why?
Or see, look, you can't beat a drum and ask me to dance simply because I'm a good dancer. That is what Martha is saying. I am an actor, but you can't just beat a drum and say dance. Are you not a dancer? You are a good dancer.
No, are you not a dancer? Are you a dancer?
To what extent?
No, you are a dancer.
You are blaming the poor girl for
if
dancing.
you play. No, I'm not discussing matter. You are not getting my conversation.
It is possible for writers to write scripts and still make no sense.
Says who? Says who?
You see why you think that because Obia Trani them
says who?
Then it makes sense.
No, my question is that says who? It doesn't make sense.
Writer
says
is
who?
sensible.
I don't
Not every writer.
If you give me a story about Ghana,
then they say you should dance.
No, if you tell me to write a story about Ghana, then when I go off, you know that independence is 1991 and I write 1957. I've gone wrong, but I'm saying this is somebody's dream and idea. Then most of the song people come to sing, we should even play it. The lyrical content of people who come to sing, chance in our sing, they're chance in our sing. We should. Because it is sweat. It is sweat. I'm saying that for Martha to say, I boldly told a Nigerian writer that there's no sense. Maybe.
So Martha has no sense. The writer has sense. Whatever the writer has written, you see sense in it. Any comment Martha passes.
No, you are not getting it. You are not getting it. You are not getting it. A writer has identified you from Nigeria to come and act a particular portion of the movie. He gives you the scripts. You read through the script and you realize that this particular role they want me to play, I am not ready to play the role. It ends there. But you can't tell us that the script that they gave you doesn't make sense. Because at the end of the day, whether you acted or not, the script has been acted.
But that is not her motive. She's not blocking anybody from acting.
If you rather say, what wants to come and act in the script, that doesn't make sense to me.
No, I am not comfortable with that. I was given a role. I was an actor. They gave me a role. And when they gave me the role, I told the director, this role, I can do it. But to this extent,
I can't.
No, I didn't say I can't. I said to this extent, we have to adjust these things if it's possible. Because in the script, this is how they wanted it to be. What me giving us here? So I think was it on Red Light? Red Light. There was a story that broke out that I'm going to finger a certain girl on live show. Okay. Yashasino. Yashasino. Okay. Yashasino. Obia was no share. But Roger director Ankasa Father Munya they were cameramen. I didn't do that. But Obia shifting the angle. Obi said from the angle no ocean. But the men said you act of finger from the way you saw it. Obi trust here. Obi dimantem. Me and Tim body after 5 years and then in answer no. Where Susa America said meaning yes sad it. But the angle and the writer. It make us a woman. Obi actually the script amount. Say come and act. Don't say that. Don't say that.
But probably if she had said, yeah, so Megan, that didn't make sense to her, yeah. It's a very okay.
Mimi problem is it. What should you order? Part 1. How many parts? Macho, what share 24 hours down?
24 hours.
You share that. What's your housewife down?
Housewife. I'm saying, most of them are talking about B or Nigeria, B or.
What's your Grey's Anatomy?
Hey.
The Amanyas is but in America. All these things that they break them down into series is a story they are telling. And at every episode, they unfold something. When we started Chewa in this country, people spoke against Chewa. But now you share 24 hours. Near download this series, no question. Many problem is it. Say matter a beer, one Brazilian idiom. A beer, baby, I will do. Adia was soon. Or dining in concussion, dear, why you are chamunting? Baby, I will do pempensui. The brand B association binti. Nyam baby will on to me. I am not fighting her. But to boldly tell us, say, a script came from Nigeria, and I told the writer, it doesn't make sense. Please. It's harsh. It's disrespectful.
I'm watching live from Atlantic. Good morning. Have a wonderful week. Good job. Also, Nana taking a day to force who decided what is moral. Morality is relative. And also, if we Nana for a day to force anything. Also, and a year. Nipa dear wood watching, also say a year pastor Marcus and two. Any or no, almost 8 years live, if we Lebanon, almost 8 years at the food in a boy, no one the art builder, or no so as or shame people community. A year fan of fat speed. Far no far. Far no far. AI, far no far. I say I'm number one, I'm a number one. Fan of blowing back. Well, I'm saying, and CCP or I see, or also or shame, Richard Winchester or solution is, I think you are making a point here. Elizabeth Gates was a controversial counselor, great submission, almost Oliver Foster, even though we have all rights, but not all are deserved. The only man who finds so many Abdul Aziz or not to air sharing. What doesn't make sense to you may make sense to add.
Asa,
Abdul Aziz.
I live about the 3 teams.
Nana Kwasi Opoku, the police councillors microphone. We all have rights and one can criticize constructively, but not to downplay one's right, one's needs, another man's poise. And to wait a social media, and in 2 minutes, now your copies are news, and to wait nene or close submission.
Oh, my closing submission is just one thing. Lutrot is creating the impression, say.
You think Lutrot is creating an impression?
Yes. Don't say anything that is.
No, there's AI here. Say, I think Lutrot.
Anything.
Use the AI language. I think.
It makes sense. Because Nipa no wa bread and our throne script. And our putting the BBA together. So writers are infallible. Throw idea nyansan name. That is why I want him to know. Say, if matter can make a mistake, then writers can also make mistakes. But for him to talk, say, Obia Chirona dear. And when I say, it is possible for a writer to make a sensible assertion or see says who, which means you are trying to tell me, say, you are trying to tell a TF4 say writers are infallible. I want to mean mistakes. It's possible, sir. If matter can be wrong, then writers can also be wrong. That is all.
Nene, your tank for tasting a particular soup can say the soup is bad.
Okay.
But the soup is nice.
All right.
We can't change your tank. But may your submission after tasting the soup encourage the one who cooked the meal. That the pepper was too much. I think it might be because I have soy in my mouth. I'm also not used to pepper. But if you come and say that this soup is pepper soup, na say that Rebecca say yeah in chilling kwine there, then you benya. And quite time ben why you are saying musano. Morally, you are speaking the truth. But I believe, say, it shouldn't have a record of not a hard. It the American say, matter can no credit. But the example only can say a Nigerian writer brought me a story. And I told the person, the story doesn't make sense. Yes, on 0277, Brabes Kasa Women. Once one person on scholarship in Flemish is 0277. 609 644. Kaisa Ginger Chips Namaya Casania, what they say. To see a son of wife, I mean to be Matadi, who the Siago Swatchna. A body line clothing at Daroma. Ewa class central. Shedo I am. I'm a minister, Mrs. Matadia, and I mean 90 Siago 0277 609 644. Yenya Butre Wakasim. Netone Bia, Yanshe Yena radio so. And now in Kofor, we get a certain euphoria that we might say something that genuinely speaking, that is not what we meant. Every writer has a roadmap, and their roadmap might be wrong to you, but by what they saw before they are writing the story of the lion, the hunter will not be speaking the truth. Like Nene.
Ama the best entertainment you is and then you can salute for and I'm saying one kind you discussing your maybe and seeing also for I'm better jumps to a man a Halifax and San Ado a Adjoa Ubia or Benya who boy had man Guda and a Fida you know the same issue.
So the issue is not a fight.
Oh, no.
But most of us, let me tell you, we get to a point that you made a very, very valid point. Shall I tell them to take their piece out of my wall? Hear me? No. You made a statement that was very profound. So I was telling you something, I'll tell you something behind this. There are people that when they repent, the expectation is that everybody must repent.
Oh, yeah.
When they repent, but ask yourself, for 24 years of your life, God gave you a chance. So he's likely that he'll give somebody else 39 years of their life. Admonishing people to also go through repentance as a pastor. It's okay.
That is
But my problem is, if you can emphatically say that, Nene, you brought me this script. You've written it. This script you have brought. I'm not saying that the writers are infallible, but we have to learn how
to talk.
to talk. And you don't repeat this, that we should get your voice running. Imagine the Nigeria writer who saw the 3-point-something million women and actors in Ghana, all right, and came to you. Then you understand what I'm saying? Speak to your daughters. Speak to your daughters. So I don't have anything against Martha and Kuma. No, I don't have a problem against it. The fight between Martha and Lewin, I am not into it. But I'm saying that when I heard this audio, Saturday I spoke differently. But hearing this audio being played around, I felt like, no. What can we look right? But telling somebody that your script that you brought to me doesn't make sense. In business, it's unacceptable. You can't say that.
Oh, Dele.
You can't say that. That you look at Pablo's trouser and say, trouser na she na ke efe. But kake ko to original ni ma wan ke be fatal sense. The o she the nyan sending. No. I get what I'm saying. So it is likely that you are being sure of what you are saying. We can all go off once in a while. Yes, it's likely we can go off. But if you go off and you are reminded, let's correct it. Because my issue is very painful. That somebody will write a story, invite you, and per your own assertion, you will say that your script that you have written does not make sense. You are rubbishing the whole script. And be bold to use it, for example. Martha is a sweet friend of mine. Anywhere I see her, I stop and greet her. I like the way she is. But I think for this one, it's below the belt. Oh, that's me. I think for this one, below the belt. I'm looking very handsome. And let me say a big thank you to Bodyline Clothing, Accra Central. There's one in the Despite building. Now we've opened the biggest boutique shop at Tudu. Just go and ask for Prince. And he will help you with combination and do the calculation after. Honestly, if I tell you that this particular dressing that I'm repping, if I show you my full dressing there with a trouser, where Prince asked me to do this combination, my fano say ebe fase. But all of a sudden, share the red is really reflecting in the white color. So what I'm saying is, about the courts and things, they are not my issue. But the American said, if Martha made a statement to a Nigerian writer or director, she might have said her truth genuinely. But for me, it's below the belt. Some of us say, if we really want to speak what we want to speak, like till now, nobody can leave their rooms. But we say some of them and leave some of them. For example, I come on air and come and say, yes, I have a side chick. Her name is this. That's foolishness. Because we advertise wives and husbands and not side chicks. I have a child with this girl. There's no sense in it. Even though nobody can arrest me, nobody can do anything to me. But you have to think well before you talk. Don't allow your emotions to drive your talk. Me, no matter how you think that I've become emotional, I am very, 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 very careful what I say. Even though I'm not too careful, I'm so careful. I only lose my guard when it comes to love. But even that, we are learning lessons from it. So Martha's statement, will be true, will be genuine. But life is all about pretenses. If you want to live on earth, you need to learn how to pretend. If you learn how to pretend, you will survive. You will win a lot of favor from men. Because as for God, he looks at the inside. Man will look at the outward. Why do I always come on set properly dressed? Because man looks at the outward. It is God who's looking at my heart. Oh no, it is God who's looking into my heart. Nobody needs my heart. So let's learn it. Let's learn it. Some of us, we speak just anyhow because we have to speak. Don't speak because you have to speak. Oh, speak because what is on your mind can construct well. Manage the conversation. So if you tell a writer that your story doesn't make sense, no, tell them I can't play this role. This role is difficult for me to play, especially in this movie. If you get another movie, don't hesitate to call me. I'll make myself available for you. But you don't tell the writer, say, the story you brought doesn't make sense. What are you talking about? What are we talking about? Or what are we talking about? What are we saying? What are we saying? So when something doesn't conform to, something doesn't conform to logical security, you refer to it as nonsensical. So that's what matter means. Matter is talking about morals. Matter is talking about what are children learning from it. Her concern is genuine. But in the genuineness of her concern, her submission is not helping. Let's learn to talk well. In our happiness, in our sadness, in our pain, in our worry, let's learn how to talk. I believe that if Lewin could have thought through well, he could have not put a camera in front of him to speak the way he spoke about Martha Nkrumah from the beginning to the end. Yes. And unfortunately for him now that he's going to touch matter and they have some beef, anything he does, they refer to matter. But matter, you have the right to refuse not to act as an actor, not to play a certain role, but to tell a writer that yes, your story is nonsense. It's not right. You might have done it and gone free, but maybe you will lose a recommendation by that speech. I don't know your take. And those of you who want to share with me, you can hit me down right now. As quick as you can. Unfortunately, I've not gotten to that place yet. I don't know how come. I don't know how come. Somebody just alerted me that I've hit Utumin Kawasem. That's not where we are. I'll go there later. It's Monday. So, my friends, what is your take? Send me your comments. I'll read them for you. We speak anyhow. And there are people that whatever comes into their mind, they want to ask you. There's some things we don't ask. I'm telling you the truth. There are some questions that I'll never ask you. If it's a lie, I advise myself. If it's true, I advise myself. Thank you very much. I'm looking good. You are genuine. You are not pretending. I'm looking good. I'm telling you. Bismarck, you are genuine. I'm looking good. And no correct. Me myself, Mrs. Samuel. Because I'm going to you. I didn't know how this very red in my striped blue and red check would do crowd with my white color and my blazer. Mean dress, mean shirt. F papa. Emi yase man fan kwa sorry. Emi ya pa se man fan kwa sorry. Because me no shade na efa like ya be se me de kwa sorry ko che nyankopon. Manya me hwe. Any other comment? Let me close. All my moral, my statement right now is that let's learn to do what is morally right. That's all. I'm telling you. You will be able for a casa by heart. There will be a hostel be madam for more. And elder be a tia hostel feed man. Now assembly see or telling elder in Nagin. Or telling you Yamakon ye be unto your hostel fee. On natural note, I send them my elder and say, Ometia hostel fee, and the begun and mass was sorry anymore. Now I'm going to check my elder and say, I saw in any papa dear. And you know, papa japadi, and Yanko japadi. And I saw in the Mangasano. It is a hospital. If you meet a sick person in the hospital, the person is not in the wrong place. No young girl only say your elder. On we train from level 100 to level 300. What should I be doing? And then why are they no what siana? Or my warning said the chia hostel feeling. No the good must was sorry then. The elder. Men go tia. Manu go must in. Hostel for an catch say now would I tia where jaitia. Go and tell them. No one danica. Ubuefu to Kasake. Na yeye na ibefu akasangala se na kabi ise be die pan matem se o papa akọfa wa fi school wa fa ante magi atena ka anim wodim se ante magi ya wa pampana no abefi abeka cho mama say daddy took me an ante magi. We're not trained like that. Let's be very civil. The word civil we entias here. Season your language with salt. So me, my dear, say, Martha has a genuine concern because some of the write-up will not fit her role play and her image, her personality, whatever. But to tell somebody in the face, your write-up doesn't make sense, especially in a public space. No, we have friendship like that. Have a fresh trouble. My Z Fold, when you open now, it doesn't work. It only works at the back. What I want to read is difficult to read it. Because like when I open the book right now, and get what I want. So I think Proverbs chapter 10, verse 9 was the last scripture I read yesterday night. Proverbs chapter 10 and verse number 9 was the last scripture I read. So Proverbs chapter 10 and verse number 13. I was reading it yesterday night. Again and again. It says, wisdom is found on the lips of the descending, but a rod is for the back of one who has no sense. On the lips of a man is found wisdom, but the rod, watch your mouth. What you say with your mouth today might not mean anything to you. Me, there are things I didn't say in Po. People quoted me wrongly, like Mugabe. And it caused me to lose a lot of opportunities until I had to go and explain that I didn't say that. Manage your emotions. Manage your thoughts. Manage your feelings. Yes, when I gave you 5 cedis, it was necessary. Now 5 cedis means nothing to you. So you can come and pay me back. But that is not the problem. That is not the issue. Mind the way you talk. Think before you talk. I'm very vocal, eh? Because of what I carry, I'm very careful in talking. You know, I can't come back and say, "Yeah, must go." Minimum. Minimum. You will be maybe our foul. And you will be near a dear dinner so. And a dear deal sontino. A map only ye be. And in Crawford, dear Nyepe. That's what I said. To me, them come on here straight. Martha has a point. Lewen has a point. But the confirmation of Martha boldly having a voice over being played everywhere, that she doesn't act in movies that are not sensible. She has to find a way to reframe that statement. And with the example of telling a Nigerian writer that your movie doesn't make sense, so I won't act. No. Because who determines movies that doesn't make sense? Well, the scholarship is still available. I'm trying to post it, it's not posting. And I don't worry myself when I'm looking very handsome and things are disturbing me. My phone is gone. And want to buy a new phone for Councillor Lutrot. It's what we use for the Facebook Live. And on the road show, that's what I use. The Z Fold, quality pictures. Let's help. Buy a new one for me. It makes sense. If you don't even buy and the need arises, I'll still buy. On 0277609644. Any help you need. I'm putting together the biggest conference in Ghana. It's called the Parenting Conference. And this year, the Parenting Conference we're going to start. We're launching it big in this country. And it will become an annual program that will happen. Basically, after Mother's Day, Father's Day, when mother and father meet, what makes you a mother? What makes you a father? Is because you have a child. So we're talking about parenting. And we're doing the Parenting Conference. The Parenting Conference in Ghana. We're starting from conception. We're going to treat women with fertility issue, men with sterility, how to care for pregnancy, how to deliver, pregnant care, and after delivery, how to assist the child to become what you wish he becomes, either against God's will or for his will. And we're starting this conference 2024, the parenting conference. From conception to teenager. We'll talk about them till teenage. So if you care and you want to be part of this conference, and it's going to happen after Mother's Day and Father's Day, so after June, this will be the biggest conference. Plans are underway from now. You want to get on board. We're going to talk about women. We're going to talk about men. Challenges that we face so we can impregnate our wives. Challenges we face so we can receive the spermatozoa and mold babies for the family. Complications to pregnancies. What to do before you get pregnant. What to do during pregnancy. What to do before delivery. Speakers will be dope. Get ready for this conference. And it's happening in the month of June. The parenting conference. I'll talk about it from now until June. Thanks once again to Bodyline Clothing, Accra Central Building, Despite Building, and on the Tudu Road now, we are the biggest boutique. They have dressed me nicely like this. I look handsome. But that's all. Good night. Good afternoon. In the next 1 hour, you find me at 2:30. We're doing our thing. Thanks to Ginger Honey Chips. Thanks to Ginger Honey Chips. Thanks to Ginger Honey Chips for their support. I'll see you. Thank you.
I hope you can hear the sound of what I'm chewing. It's nothing but it's Ginger Honey Chips. Ginger Honey Chips. Now in the United States of America. Everywhere you want. 862-215-2007. You can chew it like this. Or better still, put it on your cocoa, rice water, oatmeal. You can put it in your akpadashi, your whiskey, your brandy. Anything you want to put it on it. It's so nice.